I'm breathing in, and I also feel the fear. You're at an event or a conference and you want to speak to someone and you don't know exactly what to do and you're afraid, and it happens every single time. I also fight the jitter. But here's the secret. So if you're out there and you're feeling afraid to meet new people, don't worry. I'm going to break down to you how to go about meeting new people and feeling courageous. Meeting new people is hard, and oftentimes when I do speaking engagements and I walk on the stage and I'm smiling and I begin my speech, people think that it comes natural to me, especially those in the audience. But here's the secret. I also fight the jitters. So before I usually go on stage, I'm breathing in, and I also feel the fear, and it happens every single time. So if you're out there and you're feeling afraid to meet new people, don't worry. I'm going to break down to you how to go about meeting new people and feeling courageous. Number one, prepare. Preparation is the key to confidence. Contrary to what people tell you, it might not come naturally to you in the beginning. Over time, probably it will be a bit more easier, but at the beginning, prepare. Stand in front of a mirror and rehearse if you have to. Go over the script several times, even if it's to network with someone, just introducing yourself to them. You're at an event or a conference and you want to speak to someone and you don't know exactly what to do and you're afraid. Prepare. Stand before a mirror and repeat. My name is so-and-so, and this is what I do. I'd like to get to know you, or it's very nice to meet you. Rehearse it until it comes out of you like it's natural. And when you do that, you're going to be more confident. You'll come off more confident. And guess what? The person will not know that you rehearsed it 10,000 times in front of the mirror. But at the end of the day, you're going to get the result that you intended. So if you want to speak to a crowd of people or to one person, make sure prepared. Number two, have cues that guide your conversation. It can be a PowerPoint presentation whereby when you click the next slide, you remind yourself of what is that thing that you wanted to speak about. Don't just go and stand before the stage and think probably your memory will serve you right, because in this moment, the fear that is going to take over you might erase everything that you think you had in your head. And all the eyes that are staring at you could really shake you off of your footing. So I recommend that you either write down just highlights of what you want to talk about in bold and big words, so that when you glance down at it, maybe if you have a piece of paper, when you glance down at that word, you'll be able to remember what it is that you wanted to talk about. And if it's even possible, have a PowerPoint presentation so that you're reminded of what you wanted to say. Standing in front of a crowd of people is something that does not come naturally to most people, but as you do it over and over again, it will come naturally to you. So take heart. If this is your first time standing before a group of people, just make sure you're prepared. Number three, come early. If you're to stand before a group of people, you need to come to the room early and talk to a few people in the room. So what I usually do when I go for events is I am usually among the first people to arrive at the conference ground, and I'll meet a few people that are going to be attending, and I'll say my introductions. Hey, my name is this and this, and I'll be a speaker today, and you. And so by the time I go on stage, I have spoken to maybe 5 or 10 people, and they don't feel like strangers anymore. Every time the fear creeps in, I throw my eyes at the people that I spoke to in the morning and I see them smiling or following attentively, and my confidence is boosted because it doesn't feel like a stranger anymore. It feels like a friend. And because I came early, I was able to scan the room and gain confidence. So if you are going to be speaking, make sure you reach early. The worst thing to do is to reach late, because when you reach late, then you're confused. You don't know where to sit. They're probably leading you to your seat, and then you have to stand up and speak, and everybody seems strange. Everybody seems foreign. It's going to take you a minute before you actually find your footing. So I highly recommend that you try that method that I've given you, to come, show up early, and speak to about 5 or 10 people in the room so that they feel like friends when you go up on the stage. These are some of the tips that I use to help me to be confident as I speak. And number 4, let me leave you with this last one. Repeat confident words to yourself. Every time the fear creeps in, it creeps in with voices and noises. Those voices are telling me you can't do this. Those voices are telling me you are not capable, or they could be voices of imposter syndrome, self-doubt, fear, and they just bombard. And that's why the freezing comes in. So when that happens, I have to constantly repeat to myself and say, no, I am confident. I am well prepared. The audience is waiting for me, and this is going to be a great day. I have to repeat those things to me so that every time the fear comes, I counter it. So counter the fear. Every time something comes and tells you, but why are you even in this position? And say, I deserve to be in this position. Or you're going to screw up. Say, it's okay to screw up, but sometimes messes happen. That doesn't mean that I'm going to fail at this. I will work through the screw ups and I'll make this work. So whatever the fear comes to bring you down or tear you down, counter it. Counter it with an affirmation that is positive, and you will be in the right mind space to deliver value to the people that are in your audience that are waiting for you. And don't forget, lastly, to research. Don't go on the stage when you don't know your numbers, you don't know your facts, and you're fumbling. And then when it comes to question and answer time, someone is asking a question and you don't know what to tell them. Do your research such that whenever you have delivered your speech and someone has a question or an objection, you're able to tackle it very well and give them the value that they came looking for. Remember, not everybody in the audience is there to learn from you. Some are there to challenge you, some are there to see you, some are there to, because they've heard of something that someone said about you and they're trying to prove. So make sure you've done your research and you have credible sources of information based on what you're going to be speaking about or providing, such that you are able to answer everyone's question in the room. Leave in the comments what is that one thing that stood out for you and that you are going to practice from everything that I've shared. I also want to talk about how the end usually is. After you've done your speech, suddenly you feel comfortable. After a few minutes of speaking, the fear goes away and you're going to get your confidence boosted. So I'm saying this to encourage you that whatever has come to put you back and hinder you, and that fear that came to prevent you from speaking, silence it. Your voice deserves to be heard. Whatever you're sharing, people need that information. So don't keep it to yourself. Keep speaking up. Keep raising your voice and sharing the things that touch your heart, because that is the reason why you are created. You were created to pass on that information. Do not let anything hold you back. There's so many great people that are now speakers that you look up to, that you admire, but remember, they all started from that place. Everybody has to start from somewhere. And just like that, even I started from somewhere. At some point, I had to learn, I had to fight the jitters, I had to speak to myself. So I've compressed this into these points that you can follow to help and guide you. I learned this over a period of time, but I hope that if you follow every step, it can give you the confidence boost that you need to go for your next speaking engagement or your networking opportunity. All right. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. Till next time.